there, I'm Caleb Hayes. I'm going to be presenting a 10-week training program for my athlete. This is my athlete here, an 18-year-old male, aka my mother. Alright, so I've got my PowerPoint hooked up on the Apple TV, and we're going to be walking through our training program, okay? So, we got the benefits of aerobic training. Now, my athlete, as we're going to talk about here in a little bit, is a 2-mile runner. Okay, so aerobic training really benefits my athlete because in his event, he needs endurance, he needs to be able to pick that speed up, and he needs to be conditioned to be able to run a long distance. Alright, so we're going to move on to our history and background of our athlete. Okay, so right here we got an 18-year-old male. He's 5'11", 160 pounds. Alright, past couple of years, he's ran in the Alabama State Track Meet. His sophomore and junior year, he has ran the 2-mile event. Now, his sophomore year, he didn't place. His junior year, he finished in the top 3 in his classification. So, right here, we're working with him. His goal this year, he's wanting to cut a little weight, maintain some lean muscle mass, and we're going to try to shave off a few seconds from his time and bump that up and try to win him a state championship this year. So how are we going to do that? Alright, so I'm going to be presenting this to him. We're going to be working on frequency, intensity, and duration of your program this year. Alright, so during the 10 weeks, we're going to be building your strength, your core strength. We're going to be building your endurance with a variety of methods. Alright, so the first 4 weeks, you're going to be hitting it pretty hard, but we're just going to be working on conditioning your body. Alright, we're getting you ready for the last 6 weeks. So that's when we're really going to bump it up. So the first 4 weeks, we're going to be going 4 days a week. Alright, and really what we're working on that first 4 weeks is we're going to be strength training, okay, doing a lot of weightlifting, and then we're going to be throwing in a few miles here and there to get you conditioned for what we're about to hit in the running portion for the next 6 weeks. So this 10-week program, we're working 10 weeks prior to your first event, and that's going to be, so your whole training season coming in, pre-season, and when you hit the season, you're going to be hitting it hard, you're going to be ready to roll. Alright, so first 4 weeks, you're coming in there 4 days a week, training you up. Alright, weeks 5 through 7, alright, we're going to get you into 5 days a week of training. We're going to be maintaining the same strength schedule, so we're lifting the same weights, same repetitions, same percentage, but we're going to be bumping that running up a little bit. We're going to throw a few more miles in on you. You're going to be incorporating some different kind of trainings, and then weeks 8 through 10, we're turning the speed up. We're hitting it hard. We're going 6 days a week. We're going to be doing a lot of running, a lot of interval training. We're going to be doing some hill running. It's going to be some long distance, throwing a bunch more stuff in there, but we're going to be cutting back on the strength training. We're really going to be conditioning you for the 2-mile event and priming you for your competition. Okay? Alright, so our modes of training. We talked a little bit about it. We got strength training, endurance training. We're going to be throwing some interval training in there. Acceleration, that's going to be our hill running. We do a lot of hill sprints. We got some long, slow distance. Got a few 5-mile runs, just jogs when we get some trash miles here and there. We got a pace tempo run. We're going to really be doing that with your 2-mile run. Try to get that speed up and build some cardio there. But our strength and endurance is mostly going to be with weights. Okay, we got a variety of total body weight lifting that we're going to be doing. Our interval training, that's going to be, we're going to do some 400-meter sprints. We're going to do some 200-meter sprints. We're going to be throwing some long distance runs in between that, changing that up. So really going to give your body a good little workout on that. Now progression. Here's what we're going to be talking about, what I went over just a little bit ago. Weeks 1 through 4. 4 days per week. We're going to be more moderate intensity, strength building. So you're coming in, You've been off for a while. We got 10 weeks to get you ready for competition. So we're going to be building that strength back up and getting your body conditioned for what we're about to hit the next 6 weeks. All right. So first 4 weeks, we're just getting you ready. Now, when we hit week 5, we're getting into it. All right. You ought to be built up. Your strength should be back. You're ready to go. All we want to do right here is we want to maintain that strength. Okay. Now we're going to work on cutting a little bit of fat off, maintaining some lean muscle mass. We're going to get going. So you should be conditioned. Now, we're keeping the same strength training program. So weights shouldn't be any different. But we're going to be bumping that running up a little bit. We're going to be throwing a few more miles at you and a little bit more interval training right there. Okay? Like I said, we're hitting 5 days a week now. So we're really going to have to commit the time into this. Okay. Weeks 8 through 10, we talked about it. You ought to be at a high fitness level. You ought to be in the prime shape right here. You ought to be as conditioned as you need to be. You're ready for training pretty much. We're just priming you, getting you ready for competition. Okay? Just got to keep you there. Okay? So our intensity, every day we're coming in. The exercises are going to be tough. Everything's full speed. All right? We're going to have 45-second rest periods. All right? We're going to, usually in the beginning, we're about a minute, minute and a half rest period. We're going to be cutting that time down. We're really getting your heart ready for this competition. Okay, so we're cutting off our repetition. We're going from about 3 sets of 15 repetitions. We're going to cut it down to about 2 sets of 20, usually about 50%. Okay, so we're just maintaining that muscle there, making sure you're keeping some muscle in there, not getting fat. All right, our running, throwing in more interval training. We're bumping that pace tempo training up. We're going to be doing a lot of 2-mile runs. Okay, we're going to be doing some sprints, hill sprints, 400-meter sprints, 200-meter sprints, 60-yard sprints. We got a few things we're going. This is a 6-day-a-week for these 3 weeks. So we're really going to be busting it. So by the end of this week 10, you ought to be ready to hit it. Okay, so in conclusion, got this here. Program's designed to help you lose weight while maintaining our lean muscle mass. Okay, so our goal is to get you ready for the state championship for the 2-mile run. Okay, we're getting you ready for the season. We want you to have a good chance at winning the state championship. So, with a mixture of our cardio, our pace tempo, acceleration, what else we got? Interval training, all these things, we're just trying to develop you into the best athlete you can be for your senior season. We're going to take a shot at winning the state championship for you. Thanks.